Hey girls, so I am 6 weeks and 5 days pregnant today, and this is going to be a recap of weeks 5 and 6. I'm going to kind of go really quick because there's a lot to talk about and I don't want to have to really edit this too much, so kind of pay attention, stick close by. Anyways, so I'm going to start with something that happened a few days before week 5 really began. I was actually 4 weeks and 5 days. My husband and I had went to the movies and went and had a nice lunch. And that evening I got home and I hadn't had any, cramping or anything like that. I was feeling completely fine. And I went to use the restroom and I noticed some brownish spotting when I wiped. And let's just say my heart literally sunk into my stomach and I thought I was going to throw up or something. It's just that unbelievable feeling that kind of just gave me flashbacks of my 2 previous losses and everything. So I obviously was freaking out. I showed my husband and he just told me to just calm down. It's just brown. It's not anything to worry about. You're not having any pain, all of that. So I tried listening to him, but of course, that's so, it's impossible not to think about. So that was Saturday night, and I woke up the next morning, Sunday morning, and I didn't have to go to work Sunday or Monday, so I kind of just rested, and on both of those days, I didn't do much, laid on the couch, all of that, and I didn't, the spotting seemed to just completely stop, which was a great sign. And I still, throughout those days, never had any cramping, uncomfortable cramping, or any severe pain or anything like that. And so let's see, Tuesday I had to go back to work. I had to work at the front desk at my job. I didn't have to do any massage or anything like that, which is good because massage just takes it all out of me. Anyways, so Tuesday I noticed that it was coming back, and I was like, maybe it's because I'm standing up all day or whatever, but it was never red. It was never, still no cramping or anything like that. But I still, in my heart, I'm like, when is it, is this just the beginning? Is it going to just continue on? But I emailed my doctor, let's see, a Sunday, and I told him what was happening. And he emailed me back right away. When I emailed him, I pretty much demanded that I get a progesterone test and get my HCG checked again, my beta checked again. Anyways, let's see. The spotting continued until Wednesday evening, and then it completely stopped. I went in for my blood work. My doctor, put in, right away. He knew exactly what I was feeling on the inside, so he went ahead and just ordered the blood work. I went in on Tuesday and got that blood work done after I got off work. And I didn't get the results back until I got the beta test back on Thursday, and I got the progesterone numbers back on Friday. And my beta came back at 16,679, which was a huge relief for me because, like I said, the spotting stopped on Wednesday, and my numbers were increasing. All of that was really great news. It kind of just took some weight off my shoulders and some stress. And but then on Friday I got my progesterone numbers back, and it was 10.2, and that had dropped from 12 when I had them tested originally, which back before I even knew I was pregnant. It was like I was 3 weeks and 2 days or something like that, and then I found out I was pregnant that Friday. My first progesterone was that Wednesday, and I found out I was pregnant on Friday. So 3 weeks and 2 days, and it was at 12, so it had already dropped, which I knew that was not a good sign. So basically on Friday I started sending my doctor emails saying, I want you to put me on progesterone, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. And apparently he was on vacation or out of the office or something, because he never got back to me, which is super unusual for him. He usually writes me back either way. But then I finally heard from from another doctor in his office, and he instantly looked at my lab results, knew exactly what was going on, read my history and everything, and called in a prescription for the progesterone. So that is what happened. That's kind of like a little bit of week 4 and 5. And then as far as symptoms for week 5, nothing really too different from week 4. Just kind of exaggerated a little bit. Boobs are just a little bit more sore. That one sore spot that I had is completely gone, which is really good. The outsides are more sore. Nipples are really sensitive. Still no nausea, still no morning sickness or anything like that. I only get a tiny bit nauseous, or I did get a little tiny nauseous when I would let myself get really hungry, which I try not to do anymore. I try to make sure I'm constantly having snacks because that's not a comfortable feeling. Let's see. Sorry if I'm looking down. I have it all written out on my phone here. I definitely more tired. I definitely have to have my naps throughout the day. Or at least, you know, if I can't fall asleep, I just need to take a, 20-30 minute rest, which makes everything, a lot better. In week 5, I noticed that my CM was just really predominant, and I always kind of felt wet down there. Sorry if that's TMI. I always felt like I had to go to the bathroom and just kind of clean myself up, because that's just not a comfortable feeling. If any of you ladies had that, you don't know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's see. Goodness gracious. I'm trying to make sure I get this all in. There's so much to talk about since it's two weeks of stuff. Okay, so we talked about the progesterone and the So I got, okay, so I picked up my progesterone yesterday. And, let's see. I don't know, I don't want to skip over all that. Hold on a second. Let's see. Yeah, so when I finally got my results back from all the blood work, I was almost 6 weeks at that point, according to my dates. So let's just go ahead and I'm just going to jump right into week 6, because that's the best way to do this. Yeah, week 6, symptoms, again, were just pretty much the same, just more exaggerated, and I'm definitely starting to notice that the nausea is just getting a little bit more intense throughout the day, even if I'm still snacking. So definitely have the nausea coming on. Let's see. Okay, so now we're gonna I'm just kind of all over the place, sorry. Monday I was exactly 6 weeks. That was June 13th. I went in for my first ultrasound. It was not done by my OBGYN's office. I had to go down to the ultrasound technician's office, and my husband couldn't even go in there with me. I mean, I had no idea. That was just, I was so mad when she said he had to stay in the waiting room. I mean, seriously, he's my husband. He's seen it all before. I mean, God, I was just angry. I was really angry with that. Anyways, so she was doing the ultrasound. Let's back up. They made me have a full bladder to go in and begin that. They wanted me to drink 32 ounces of water between 10 and 11, and then hold it from 11 to 12. My appointment was at 12 o'clock, and then I could go to the bathroom after. Let's just say that was the worst thing ever. It was so painful to hold my bladder that long, have that much fluid in my body. I thought I was going to burst. But the reason that they wanted to do that was because they do an external ultrasound first, and then they do the internal ultrasound. So after she did the external and took all the pictures and stuff she was supposed to take, she let me go relieve my bladder, which was amazing. I've never had to go to the bathroom that bad in my life. I thought I was going to die. Anyways, I don't know why they send you to an ultrasound tech. She couldn't tell me anything. I was laying there on the table. I couldn't see the screen. I was like, are you, what's going on? Do you see anything? All that stuff. She's like, I have to just do my job, and then I send the results to your doctor, and you can find out then. My blood pressure shot through the roof, and I was so upset with that. I told her about, my history and everything, and I was like, I realize that you can't tell me anything, but I need to at least get a picture. And she's like, I'll see what I can do. So I was just livid, and then I brought it up again. I was like, please make sure you can at least get me a picture. So she was able to get me a picture. Let's see here. And again, she didn't tell me anything, but when she gave me the picture, and I was kind of cleaning myself up after the appointment, I noticed that the picture in the corner said that the gestation was 6 weeks and 3 days. And I was like, wow, that's 2 days ahead of where I am, or according to me, because on that specific day I was exactly 6 weeks. So that made me feel good. That makes, everything's going great. Maybe I just ovulated earlier than I thought, and that's why I'm further along. I don't know. So sorry, apparently my video shut off again. I need to change the settings. I think it stops at exactly 10 minutes or 9 minutes and 59 seconds. So yeah, it said 6 weeks and 3 days according to the findings, and here is a picture of what we got. Let's see. You can see there the little fetus there, and then over here is where it says the 6 weeks and 3 days gestation. I love this picture. It's just the best thing ever. It's so cute. But let's see. Now I'm kind of confused as far as, you know, my due date goes. Does that mean that my due date is going to be February 3rd instead of February 6th, or February 4th instead of February 6th, since I'm 2 days ahead? Or I'm very confused. My doctor hasn't given me an official due date yet. I haven't seen him for an official ultrasound, so I think that's, you know, probably when he'll give me my due date. But let's see. So back to going on to my progesterone supplements. I picked those up yesterday. That was Tuesday. I was 6 weeks and 4 days then, according, you know, if I'm going off of my ultrasound dates, which I think I'm going to do because that just seems to be more accurate than my numbers. If that's what they're measuring, then, you know, that's probably correct. And if it's not, you know, whatever. I'm not really, you know, not gonna make a big deal out of it until I know for sure. But anyway, so yeah, I went to go pick up my progesterone, and that was the first time I'd ever gone to this pharmacy. And normally I go to Walmart, but this time I wanted to go to Rite Aid instead. And so she rings it up and she says it's $125, and I damn near passed out. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" She's like, "Well, we don't have any insurance for you on file, so do you have insurance?" And I said, "Yeah, I have really good insurance." So I handed my insurance card, and she told us to come back in a second. They were going to reprocess it through their system and all that. So my husband and I walked around the store and kind of looked at some things and some books and, you know, whatever. And I come back to pick it up, and she says, "Okay, now it's $12." And I'm like, "Thank you, Lord." Oh, that was amazing. To have a good insurance, I guess that is everything, especially when you have to get medications that cost that much money. And that was only for a week's supply. 1 week, $125. And they are the vaginal gel suppositories. So I don't, you know, last night, it was the first time I've ever done it. I was kind of freaking out and making sure I did it right, putting it in far enough, all that stuff. And you're supposed to do it right before you go to bed and blah, 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 blah. Anyways, so that is my updates for 5 and 6. I think I covered everything. But now I'm going to kind of show you some of the baby buys that we got back. We did this Saturday. Yeah, that Saturday before I started. No. Sorry, it was midweek sometime. I can't remember exactly when we went to Babies R Us. Anyways, we picked up this little bib. It says, "This is how I roll." So cute. And it's kind of yellow and blue. I guess it's more for a boy, but I think it could be gender neutral. But that's a saying that my husband says all the time. And then we went and picked up a little set of onesies. And that has a little ducky on it. They're yellow. This one has a whole bunch of little stars and moons and stuff on it. This one has little duckies on it. And then, on the back, this one just says, "I'm too cute." And that's pretty much what we got for that trip. I didn't want to spend too much money, but my sister-in-law did give us this little thing here. It's a little set. It's a little giraffe, and it's little polka dotted little footy. I think it's a sleeper, and this is a newborn, so we'll probably have to put our baby in it pretty soon. Anyways, I'm running out of time, but yeah, so congratulations to all the new BFPs. I want to say thank you to Brittany. She sent me the coolest card. It's in the kitchen. I should have brought it in here with me. I totally forgot. Sweet, sweet, sweet card. I love the little picture you drew for me. And yeah, so that is my update for weeks 5 and 6. I'm probably going to continue to do the updates at the end of each week, and just because it just seems to make more sense. Anyways, I will talk to all of you ladies soon, and enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.